I'm Adam Handling, the chef for the Frog Restaurant Group. So I've got the Frog by Adam Handling, my flagship restaurant in Covent Garden, and it's got a hidden underground bar called Eve. On East London, my biggest site, it's Frog Hoxton, on Hoxton Square, and then I've got a zero waste cafe over there as well called Bean and Wheat, and I've got a really cool whiskey bar called Iron Stag. Now that we have lots of sites and it's not just one little one, food safety is ridiculously crazy. I think it's quite a modern company. We're very high tech. Every single department and every single one of my outlets all have an iPad on the walls, and they basically control all food safety, all health and safety, all food allergens. Each head of department from that area is fundamentally responsible for their own department. Food legislation changes all the time. My main restaurant's in Westminster, and my God, that council changes their minds of how food safety should be more than I change my underwear. I work really closely with an auditing company called Food Alert, so I work very hand in hand with them to make sure we're all up to speed. When all deliveries come to the building, maybe bar one, the rest will come when the chefs are here. Fundamentally to make sure that it's perfectly fine. You know, it's not spoiled, it's great quality, and it's what you ordered. Every product can be stored a different way to make it last longer. For instance, all herbs that come in, remove it from its plastic, wrap it in a damp J cloth, roll it up lovely, and just have it sitting there. Fish break down immediately and chill down fast. In terms of meat, we have a drying fridge for our joints of meat. Store your stuff correctly in its correct little areas and you should be fine. How I've done date coding in, for instance, big hotels, big operations, and how I do it here are very different. Big hotels, you have a big surplus, because if a guest wants to get something that isn't on the menu, you kind of got to have some stuff around. So, you know, a stock rotation of 3 days is pretty much. 5 days is a joint, give it a week. Fish, 2 days max. So we date code 2 to 3 days, depending on the product, but it will be used up within this day. If not tomorrow lunch, it'll be finished. Vegetables, if it's undercooked, you got eyes. You can see if a cauliflower starts to go. Being professional, where you definitely separate your raw to your cooked proteins. We have a fridge just for our raw meats, and we have a fridge for our raw fish. We've got water baths in all of our restaurants. We use them for reheating purees, so I don't scorch it in a pan, and it just keeps a clean flavour. The hygiene of the kitchen is amazing, and it's about having a professional responsibility and about having care for what you're doing. We have respect for what we're doing. We buy in whole vegetables, whole cuts of meat, whole everything, and you're going to have yield from there. The cauliflower leaves on the cauliflower, what do you do with them? You can't really cook with them. We do. We'll ferment them and turn them into kimchi. That's the sort of respect that people need to start giving food. The training that we do in my restaurant group is never ending. Every day's a school day, they're going to be learning. But actual official training, every single person that comes in this building will be put through their food hygiene certificate and be put through their food allergen trainings. It's not only food hygiene, it's not only food safety that you need to look after, it's the whole thing. PPE, clean uniforms, clean aprons, clean shoes, clean trousers, but also the cutlery and plates and everything. Before you open a restaurant, it shouldn't be about thinking about what menu you're going to put on or what dishes you're going to put on. It'll be about the structure, procedure of health and safety that you're going to create. So it's so important to take care of that side of business before you start to look at what dishes you're going to cook.